These are the supplies you will be receiving for the shoulder stem support system. You'll be receiving the Micro Z2. This is the device, and you'll have 2 batteries and a strap. This is the actual shoulder support system that you'll be using, and it's going to be given to you according to your size. And then there's also 4x4 panels that go inside the shoulder support system to allow for the conductivity from the electrode to your skin. That also needs to be used with the spray. You will actually spray the panels anywhere from 4 to 6 times with the spray to allow for that conductivity from the panel to the skin. You will be receiving 6 bottles of the spray. There's also a long lead wire. The long lead wire has red and black female and male end, and this allows you to extend the wire from the Micro Z2, and this just gives you more length so that you can put it in your pocket when you're wearing it, or put it to the actual back shoulder stem support. There's also the bifurcated lead wire. This has 2 red ends and 2 black ends. This allows you to treat the shoulder and another location such as the neck or the opposite shoulder. And you also will be receiving 6 packages of rectangle electrodes. These you can use when your panels are no longer in use and they're not working anymore and you're waiting for the next supply, or you can use these to treat for short spot treatments during the course of your day instead of putting on the entire support. These are the instructions for the shoulder stem support. We're going to actually go through the support first because it's a little bit more difficult than the back. So we're going to show you the process of how you would put it together. It comes apart. You're going to see that there's an arm piece. You're going to be able to Velcro that accordingly to the size of your arm. And then there's going to be a piece that's separate. You're going to want to put it on the back side because it would be very difficult to put it in the front and then try to reach the back, so that when you come around underneath your armpit, you're going to be attaching that together like so. The sleeves are universal, meaning they're for both right and left arms, so you can use it on either side. So now we're going to have a demonstration of how to put it on. So the arm piece is already Velcroed. You're going to put your arm through the arm piece, and the seam is going to go just over the top of your shoulder. Then you're going to grab the piece from behind, Velcro to the front, and then you're going to have to do a little adjusting to ensure that it's in the right position. You do want to pull it close to the neck and make sure that seam is running directly over your shoulder down towards the deltoid. These are the instructions for the shoulder stem support and Micro Z2. This is the Micro Z2. You're going to open the package. You're going to bring out the black mesh bag. It's going to have the device, batteries, the wire for the device, and a black strap. The black strap is not necessary for this shoulder stem support system, so you can set that to the side. First thing you're going to do is turn the device around and open by putting your thumbnail into the slit at the top, pulling straight down and back to get the compartment open. You'll then place the batteries in the device with the flat part of the battery towards the spring. You'll then put the plastic piece back in place. From there, you'll go ahead and grab the wires for the Micro Z2. On the back of the device near the silver receptacles is a plus sign and a minus sign. You'll put red to the positive and black to the negative. Now, depending on where you plan on placing the device, you can use your long lead wire to allow for extension, or if you're going to have it close to you in a pocket, you may not need the long lead wire, but we're going to show you how to put it on today. So your bag will be marked long because there will also be a set of wires called bifurcated lead wires. We'll talk about those in a few minutes. So when you go to put this on, this is going to give you extension of about 18 inches. You're going to put the red wire to the red and the black to the black. So this is again just to allow you to extend it, to put it in a pocket or to put it somewhere lower than your shoulder. All right, so we are going to then go ahead and get the panels. These are the silver panels. They're 4x4 silver panels that will go inside the shoulder support. The first thing we're going to do is get the Velcro in place. You're going to remove the Velcro strips from the back. and you're going to want to put them in a horizontal position directly underneath the black snap covers. You're then going to remove the black snap covers from the pads, and you're going to put them on the end of the wires coming off your device. It does not matter which one is which. There is a hole at the end of the snap cover where the probe will go into for each snap cover. Once they're in place, you can then snap back into the panels, and from here on out, you'll snap in and out, which will be much easier than trying to put the wires in each time. Once these are in place, we're going to turn them over, and we're going to test the panels. But before we do that, we're going to go through how to use the device, and we're going to talk about what we see first before turning it on. On each side of the device, you'll see a big plus and a big minus. Those are what control your voltage. At the top is the meter for the voltage that has numbers 1 through 10. Each number you look at represents a 20-volt increment. So 1 is 20, 2 is 40, 3 is 60, 4, 80, 5, 100, all the way to 10, which is 200 volts. Below the words Micro Z2, you'll see 2 smaller buttons. The bottom left is your power on-off switch and a 30-minute treatment, and the bottom right is a full 8-hour treatment. So we're going to go through the process of turning it on. So you're going to hit the bottom left button quickly, let it go, and it will light up blue. Now that it is on the 30-minute treatment, you want to ensure that you get the full 8 hours by moving to the bottom right button. Once you're on the bottom right button, you can then start using your plus sign, and each click is a 5-volt increment. So if you move from number 1 to number 2, it will take a series of 4 clicks to get from one number to the next. If you then wanted to go any further, in between each number again is 4 clicks. But for now, we're going to test the panels to ensure they're working. So we're going to start at 40 volts. You're going to set the device down. You're going to take your spray, and you're going to spray your hands in the palm 1 or 2 times and then rub it together. And then you're going to place your hands on each panel on the silver sides. This is going to allow you to see if the current is flowing. If you don't feel it at that number, you'll slowly bring it up by 5-volt clicks until you feel the current flowing. Once you know that the current is flowing and the panels are working, we're going to go ahead and turn the device back off by holding the bottom left button for about 5 to 8 seconds. Now we're going to get the shoulder stem support, and we're going to actually put the panels in place. With our demonstration today, we're going to be looking at pain that goes across the shoulder joint, up at the top, over the arm. So we're going to place the panels over the deltoid area, down at the top, close to the neck, and you notice you want to make sure that the wires are coming out the top and that you don't have the wires in the opposite direction for them to get crisscrossed and caught inside the device. And then you're going to put it down towards the deltoid area, and you're again make sure that the wires are coming out at the end. Once the panels are in place, it's time to spray the panels. You're going to spray about 3 to 4 times on each panel to ensure that you're covering it thoroughly. Once you put the sprays on, you will rub over it with your hand to spread out the moisture. This is important because this conductivity against your skin is what allows the current to flow from the pad to your skin. Once that's in place, you can go ahead and close the arm piece. And then you're going to put the device on by sliding your arm through the arm piece. You want to ensure that the seam is over the top of the shoulder. And then you're going to come around from the strap, coming from the back side, and you'll Velcro it in. You want to pull that up and over the shoulder so it's in a good position. Now you're going to go ahead and turn on the device by hitting the bottom left button quickly and letting it go. Make sure you hit the bottom right button to get your full 8 hours. And then you're going to start using the positive key, and we're going to click 4 times to get to number 2, and then 4 more times to get to number 3. Generally, we will be using around 60 to 80 volts for the shoulder to start with, depending on your diagnosis. This will be discussed with your clinical educator when you are doing your session with them. For the shoulder stem support, you have 2 locations you can put it. You can either put it in your pocket, Or if you choose to, there is an additional Velcro strip that comes in the bag with the wires, and that will allow you to stick it to the front of you or even onto your arm at the side. This is going to depend on how you sleep at night and what's most comfortable, or if you're choosing to wear it during the day, obviously the pocket might be the better option. Also realize during this demonstration, this is over the clothing. This has to be underneath the clothing so that the pads can be directly contacted to the skin. That is the only way that the current will flow. So this will be going on underneath your clothing. Also, the electrodes and the wire, the bifurcated lead wire, if you are going to be using these are additional things that your clinical educator will be going over with you individually.